Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Ideathon' 2020. We at DSC VIT have consistently been involved in training and teaching the student community at VIT through workshops and events by giving young, budding developers a chance to learn from the best in the industry and their invaluable experiences. Our aim with Ideathon' 2020 is to provide a springboard for ideas which solve real life problems and bring them to life under the guidance of our team of experienced developers. Teams were asked to submit their ideas on the portal for the first round, following which teams were shortlisted for the second round. And we have with us here today our top 5 finalists who will be pitching their ideas to the judges. So let's commence the session with Team Remo, who will be presenting their idea, which is remote interviews simplified. May the best idea.
Yeah, hi. We're from team Remo. So I have a teammate. Yeah, my name's Supriya and she's here. So we'll just be beginning in a moment.
I hope the screen is visible.
Yeah, Supriya, we're good to go.
Okay, greetings everybody. We are from Team Remo. Remo is a web application for simplifying your interviews. I am KHS Supriya, a BTech second year student at Vienna VTech, Hyderabad.
I'm Namya LG, a second year student from RV College of Engineering, Bangalore.
COVID-19 has changed everything. It has brought many things online, including remote interviews. So let's get ready for an online interview now. A face to a name enables better interaction. So video calling application is a need. Profiles on sites like LinkedIn and GitHub play an important role in judging the candidate. Hence, the interviewer should be able to go through these profiles. Not all things can be said orally. So a chat application is a need. Expressing ideas, thinking out aloud is an important part of an interview. A whiteboard can make it even better. Most importantly, a platform to test any kind of technical skills which is accessible by both the interviewer and the interviewee. A video calling interface, a whiteboard, access to candidates' GitHub profile, chat, and a virtual environment. All these features put together is Remo. Let's have a look at the prototype we have built for Remo.
Okay, so this was a glimpse of the interview room. Now this is the website that we have built for Remo.
Yeah, let's get back to the presentation.
Okay, so that was just a short demonstration of the prototype that we have, and the vision ahead is much larger, and we hope to build it into a bigger product. So primarily I would like to talk about why Remo is different from the existing applications and why it really stands out. So the first is the domain specific virtual environment. So as you just saw previously, we had an instance of an Ubuntu machine where the skills that had to be tested was Python. So it was a domain specific virtual environment that we set up, and the speciality is that this is neither the interviewers or the interviewees a local machine, but it's a machine on the cloud that both of them have access to. So this leads to the next advantage, that is no invasion of privacy. So what we usually see is that the interviewee has to either share screen or provide remote access, which really doesn't respect the privacy of the candidate. And we also have an additional proctoring feature, which ensures that the interviewee does not perform any sort of malpractice. And the next advantage I would like to talk about is talking about the candidate's profile. So as you saw here, since it was a tech-related interview, there was the interviewee's GitHub information that was displayed and accessible by the interviewer as well as interviewee. The next is independent of geographical location, because of this, interviewers and interviewees can connect all around the world. And again, it is made in India. One more feature that I would like to highlight is that it is zero infrastructure. So there is really no installation or any setup that has to be done from the side of the interviewer or the interview. It's all integrated and provided at a single place for the interview. So this is about the competitive landscape. So there are services that exist and provide similar services, but they primarily would focus on making the hiring process easier. It might be about using going through the applications, or filtering the applications fast. But our focus is mainly to improve the interview experience itself. So we would like to bring the whole idea of remote or online interviews as close to offline interviews as possible. So I think all our features that we mentioned would really help in the same process. And it's not just about a single editor or a provision of that sort. So this virtual environment that we are talking about can support any sort of software requirement. Let's say you want an instance of Microsoft Azure, or you want Amazon Web Services, or any other software for that matter, like Unity, Adobe, and so on, which can be tested. We have that, we can customize it and provide it to you. And a little about the business model and the pricing. So we would like to price it based on the domain chosen. So if it's a simple code editor or something like Python, Java, C++, which is demanded, it could be as simple as 300 rupees. And if it is a more complex software, maybe it could go up to 500 rupees. But definitely the first thing would be to provide it to the users, maybe free of cost, and get feedback from them. So that's how we plan to price our product. And yeah, so we have the application hosted on removirtual.com. You can have a look, and that's also the video link to the prototype. Yeah, so that's it for our pitch. Thank you. We're ready to take questions.
Thank you so much, Remo. That was a great idea. And now we have our next team, Innovative Coders, whose idea is YogaFi, which is a revolution for ensuring health, and it is a platform where yoga meets its perfection. YogaFi, the stage is yours. Looking forward to hearing your idea. Innovative Coders, you can continue.
Yeah, Good evening to one and all. And my name is Mukadipak, and I am from Team Innovative Coders. And I would like to start the presentation. Good evening all. YogaFi is a platform where the health and yoga meets the perfection. First of all, what is YogaFi? YogaFi is a platform where there will be an image previewed, and the user should exactly match the position as previewed. How first of all, how we got this idea, and what are the technicalities? Those all things will be explained by my teammates. My teammates are Rohan and Prasanna. Okay, head over to Rohan.
Yeah, hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, Yogafi is a revolutionary platform where your yoga postures get perfection. Now you might think that why our yoga postures need perfection. Now only when a yoga gets its perfection in postures, only then our muscles get stretched at max and we'll be able to get our balance. And this flexibility and stretching, we will be able to gain strength. And how will Yogafi help in getting the perfection? Now, we make the user learn asanas by stretching their body up to an extent, and depending on the level chosen, we'll be providing levels like intermediate, expert, or beginner. Now, the technologies we are trying to use is deep learning, machine learning, and web development. Now, let me bring a glimpse of Yogafi with technology. Now, we are a portal where you can choose a list of poses and yoga postures. And once you select the yoga pose for a session, like you select 10, and then the yoga posture will be displaying uh, in an image format, and then we'll be asking you to turn on the camera, and we'll be comparing your posture and the image posture with our deep learning and OpenCV technology. And depending on the level, we would be measuring the accuracy of your yoga posture and the difference between your posture and the image. This way, we ensure that your couple of minutes of yoga session is fruitful and enjoyable. Handing over to uh, Aditan. Adi, you're muted.
As Rohan said, we bring perfection to asanas through our asana recognition system. The main goal of our system is to find an accurate body pose of the human input to the system. This can be done through the deep neural network. The steps we follow here to make asana recognition system is: at first we collect the raw data of different yoga poses and we will pass them through the object detection algorithm to locate the human by placing a bounding box around them. Basically, we are separating the human from the background. Once we have extracted the human from the background, we will then map those images through the convolution neural network to extract the important features. Once it is done, we will place the important landmarks or key points such as eyes, nose, wrist, chest to make a skeleton like images as mentioned in step 5. These steps are for developing our training images. Once the training images are developed, we'll then pass them to another convolution neural network to classify whether the skeleton image corresponds to the correct yoga pose or not. The output of this framework will be the same input video stream, but with also whether it is a correct yoga pose or not, and with a real number representing the confidence of the yoga pose. And we also built the gesture recognition system. Uh, which helps you to interact with your system without being touched. As we are far away from a camera, we cannot be able to interact with the system. So we implemented the gesture recognition system. We implemented the gesture recognition system using a deep 3D convolution neural network. The input will be the same. Input will be the same video stream. We will then extract those skeleton images from the postnet model. Once it is done, we will then segment the hands from the skeleton images. That is done through the contour extraction. We will then place the landmarks to locate the fingertips of the hands to do the gesture recognition system, and this can be done through the K cosine corner detection algorithm. Once the fingertips are detected, the process of hands gesture spotting takes place. We can even increase the accuracy of this model through the ensemble techniques, which basically means we'll be training different sets of models and we will pick one which shows the maximum output. From here on, Mr. Deepak will.
Yeah. The main objective is like in the current generation, we are not having access to everyone are forgetting the yoga, the essence of the yoga. Yoga is something practiced for more than 1,000 years in India. So it also it reduces our stress and also connects our mind to the body. So as we can see, why we are doing this is without without knowing the usage of the yoga posture, it doesn't have effect on our brain. Like we should know the its importance and how it will affect our brain and also our body. So we need to stretch accordingly, and that's why many people prefer the trainers. They need to know what is correct and what is wrong. So our system tells that exactly what, how much they should stretch and how much they should be perfect and which level are they. And yeah, these all. So there are 96,000 people in India trained as yoga instructors, and also many people may not have access to the instructor. So this is, and also this portal is open and they can do it everywhere. And also 2 billion people around the world practice yoga because it impacts our life. Okay, so the thanks of wood will be given to Rohan.
Yeah, I would like to add implementation ideas for future. We would like to add one-on-one exercise sessions on Yoga. Now, you might think, what is one-on-one exercise session? One-on-one exercise session is like you and your friend can practice a Yoga session, and you can invite your friend, and you both can enjoy practice session. Uh, the UI will be divided into two halves, and on the other half, your friend's screen will be sharing, and in the same way, for him, your screen will be sharing, and you both can enjoy, and you can see their progress, and you can strive for perfection. Now, fun games. We are thinking to add this fun game feature where you will be seeing a page on the right side. There will be a game integrated with the website, and on the left side there will be a box where you can see your asanas. Now, based on the asanas and time limit, we would give you score in the fun game. This fun game is integrated in the bonus challenge sessions, but not on the everyday session. Although fun game is integrated, the games will be very simple, and it will make sure that the user get relief from stress, and it makes him pleasant and happier. You might think that webcam might not be capable of high resolution, and it might be a setback for recognition system. But we have come up with an idea where we can integrate smartphone as webcam, which will be integrated with the website finally. So we'll be able to get a high resolution video as we will seamlessly connect to the system. By this, we can avoid the problem of enabling the recognition the postures and gestures due to low resolution. Yeah, I am Rohan Devaki. Thank you from Team Innovative Coders.
Thank you so much, Innovative Coders. That was a great pitch. Next, we have a team led by Nachiket K. The idea is an application called Event Finders VIT app, an app that aims to ease the lives of VIT student community. Looking forward to hearing your idea. You may begin your pitch now.
Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So the idea I have come up with is Event Finders VIT, which is a community-based live event manager app. And the reasons for the app. Now, as freshers of the college, we are very prone to forgetting when our classes are and where we need to go. We might even lose our way there sometimes. And in general, if we are in a hurry and worried that the way would be crowded, we might go late for our classes. If we were a head of a club or chapter, then participation by the team members is extremely important. So having the participation lacking would not be a good thing for the club. And if you want to attend an event and you don't know where the event is happening on campus, and also when you want to have a party but don't know which place is available on campus, as there are strict rules on where parties can be held. Then Event Finders VIT is the app for you. Now, what is Event Finders VIT? It is a community-based live map of the events in VIT campus. It can be used by the students of VIT only. It provides information on what is happening on campus and when on a detailed map of the campus. Now, features of the app. It has a timetable tracker where you manually upload your timetable, and the app will send you a notification and route map to your class 20 minutes before time. And places with large crowds can be reported on the app by the users, and the app will keep updating, like the traffic density on Google Maps. A good application would be the tunnel in VIT under the railway line, which gets crowded on most days. And it also has live location tracking, which shows you where you are at each point on the campus. Personal events like birthday parties can have an event code which is generated by the person who hosts the party, and the event code can be shared with the attendees. And when inputted into the app, the event will show up only on their instance of the app and not on everyone's app. Administrative access of the app will be given to all club heads so that they can post when events of their club are happening and where on the campus. Students can see this information by selecting the club, and the events get shown on the map. Now, the reason why we should have this app. Now, generally the event details are sent by email, and as a user of the VIT email portal, I find that the emails get cascaded down because of the large number of emails that come. So isolating the club events to this particular app rather than sending emails each time would garner more participation from the students. Now, coming to the basic structure of the app, the center screen will have in the photo, the center screen will have the map displayed with a slide-in menu on the left, which has options for generating the code or adding the code of an event, private event, reporting the crowd density, timetable manager where you input your timetable. The map will be in the center and a drop-down menu to select your club. If you select that particular club, then the events of that club will be displayed on the map and no other club's events will be displayed. So that's about it for Event Finders. Thank you.
Thank you, Nachiket. It was an enlightening pitch. Next, we have Team Spinosa with an idea that aims at increasing the environmental and economic efficiency and productivity of agriculture by using AI robots and autonomous systems and deep learning. Looking forward to hearing your idea. You may begin your pitch now. Team Spinosa.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're audible.
So let me start out by sharing my screen.
Sure.
Okay. So before going right in, let me tell you about me. I'm a student in 11th standard A section of Suhasinada's Matriculation Higher Secondary School. And my idea and my prototype is a AI farm assistant robot or a system that is built with convolutional neural network by using TensorFlow and a Flutter cross-platform mobile application and an Angular website. Okay, so this is the architecture of the system. We have a lot of sensors interfaced with the microcontroller. The first one is lux sensor to measure the light intensity, TDS sensor to measure the TDS, turbidity sensor to measure how turbid the soil is, pH sensor to know the pH of the soil. Then we have MQ135 and MQ2 sensors. Both are gas sensors which we use to calculate the air quality index. Then we have DHT'20, which is a low-cost humidity and temperature sensor. So all these sensors values are then passed to the Arduino Mega 2560 microcontroller, and for getting the geo data, we have a SIM28 GPS module connected with GPS antenna to know the coordinates, And then we have so the location coordinates are also sent to the Arduino. Then we have this magnometer IC sensor, which acts like a digital compass, which we will use for following the path that the user defines in the mobile application. And we have ultrasonic sensor connected to a servo to know in case of obstacles. Then it is powered by a battery, which can be charged manually or can be charged using a solar panel. We have two solar panels, one in the left and one in the right, which will help us cover all angles of sunlight. So then we have for mobility, we have dual DC motor drivers connected to 4 motors. This is all-wheel drive rover with the motor's speed is 100 RPM, and it is which will help us moving in rough terrains. So to pass all these values to the database, we have SIM900A, which helps us connect to GSM and GPRS. The GSM will help us in sending SMS in case of emergencies and phone calls in high importance emergencies. These emergency cases include like plant diseases. If the CNN model detects a plant disease, the XYZ coordinates of the place is sent to the cross-platform mobile application with the type of disease, so that we can stop the plant diseases at the starting stage. So for that, convolutional neural network model is deployed into a CPH1901 low-cost mobile device. We are using TensorFlow Lite model for it, and the same is connected with Agora SDK, which provides 10,000 minutes of free live streaming per month. We are utilizing that for live streaming the data that we have got from the rover's camera. So all these data are beautifully represented in the Angular web application and the Flutter cross-platform application. So these are the features of the Flutter app for farmers. We have local language support. By using Flutter, we can build lightweight and high performance application. And by the way, if you see here, we have the live streaming, and the data that we got from the sensors in the rover are matched with the locations that they are got from, and then we are geo-mapping those data by using a plugin offered by Flutter framework, which is still under development, and I've contributed a lot for that plugin in open source. Okay, so notification on disease detection. This is not just disease detection. We also get notification in case of over ripening of crops, and in case of any wild animals. Those kind of stuff are also detected by using the CNN model. And we also provide advanced analytics this way, so that farmers can keep track of their farms. So for autonomous navigation, we are mapping the surroundings of the rover with computer vision, and I think I've already explained this, so let's just go to the next one. So about the geomapping, we use Google's geomapping API for this, and as I already told, Google Maps Flutter Heat Map is the plugin for this, and yeah, it's still under beta version, but yeah, it would work. So by providing the geomaps, the farmers can better understand, the illiterate and poor farmers can better understand where the pollution levels are high in their farm, and where the pH and turbidity levels are high by showing it in a simple way like geomapping it. It's the best way to show them. So then we have digital visualization, for which I used SyncFusion Flutter charts package, and So they will get the daily average of the past 6 days of pH, turbidity, and all the other values that we have got from the rover. So, and about deploying in farms, I've deployed it in 3 farms and got the review from those 3 farmers in a nearby rural area. So the area covered was 1.3 acres. The time to cover 1.3 acres is 2 hours, and the battery lasted for 4 hours. And we have to note that I covered the solar panels, and the 4 hours just includes um, the charge that I've put before deploying it in farms. So if we don't cover the solar panel, we can hit like 11 hours, as you see here. It works 11 hours with solar panel not covered, and 4 hours with solar panel covered. So the detection accuracy is 90.01%. And you can just see the user ratings. Looks like since I've added local language support, which is Tamil for these farmers, so I think they rated it well. And the same, I tested the latency of the live video streaming using Agora SDK. I had to test the latency since we are deploying this farm assistant in the rural areas. So where the internet connection would not be as fast as in urban areas. So the when provided with 3 MB per second speed, the latency was 1400 milliseconds, and with 10 MB per second it was 400 millisecond, and for 15 MB per second it was 200 milliseconds. So 1400 milliseconds is very low, I guess, for 3 Mbps internet connection. That's the main reason why I chose Agora Video SDK instead of moving to something like Skype, which would obviously have a lot of latency. So these are the results of the convolutional neural network model that I made with TensorFlow. So as you see here, the accuracy was 90.01%. The following running time was 5 seconds, and the first running time is 117 seconds. So for preparing the data set, I took 500 pictures and data augmented it by using image pre-processing, like cropping it differently and making it more blurry. So I've done data augmentation since we couldn't get those blurry images which will happen due to rain or any foggy situations, and when the humidity gets high, like the camera wouldn't have a clear picture. So that I have done image pre-processing while training the model. So after everything, I got approval from Jayraj Group, who is one of Asia's largest farm equipments dealership. Unfortunately, they have a lot of farms around Tamil Nadu, so I got permission to deploy it in their farms. And then I also got sponsorship offer from Grablot Technologies in Mumbai and Olimium Partners LLC at Dallas, Texas. And that's it for my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Team Spinosa. It was a really interesting idea. Next, we have Team Untitled Project 1. Untitled Project 1 is a project which aims to initiate conversation about certain topics which are often considered to be a taboo in our society. Looking forward to hearing your idea. All the best, and may the best pitch win. You may begin your pitch.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible.
Just a second. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes, it's visible.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I am Pranoy, team leader of our project. The other members are Aditya Mantri and Pavit Bagga, respectively. The name we decided to give our project is Untitled Project 1. The members. So, what is the idea basically? Untitled Project 1 is a project which aims to initiate conversation about certain topics which are often considered to be taboo in a society. Why exactly this idea project? Many of the topics here are silent, not in the limelight. We want to understand the issues and then act upon those issues accordingly. The issues affect everyone, be it psychologically or physically. Our aim is to stop normalizing things which are not supposed to be normalized. These things shouldn't be molded by society to make it clear. According to us, social media pages alone are not worthy enough. To simply put it, they are not that helpful. They don't reach the corners of our society where the actual problem lies, whereas our idea provides a better way. Our idea takes help of people who have a higher understanding of the topics. Hence, we would collaborate with people who actually have expertise on these topics or issues. Example, a speech given by a mental health specialist on mental health is far more validated by the society instead of by someone who studies in college. Our objective is to integrate or take help from the community as a whole. First of all, before we start this, some issues that aim to we aim to improve are, for example, cyberbullying, caste discrimination, gender discrimination, peer pressure, mental health, LGBTQ, colorism, racism, body shaming, and many more. So how exactly will the app work? The app or the website will at first ask the user to enter his or her mail in order to give the user the latest updates and reminders. We wanted the app or the website to look very simple and very user friendly. According So our aim, first of all, here is to provide the first user, with quizzes. So the quizzes will comprise of 10 questions, and those 10 questions will be based upon uh, common knowledge surveys. So, for example, outside example would be, for example, you're driving a car, and on the road you see an accident happening in front of you, and the person is lying on the road. So what will you do? We'll provide you with four options. In a similar fashion, we'll be providing you with a common survey or a quiz, as you might say here, and accordingly four options that come with it. According to how the user fares in the quiz, the system automatically in the results section will recommend blogs and informative videos prepared by the professionals and subject experts, along with people that have experienced it, and will help our user get a better understanding of those issues. As we have mentioned above, this is an active feedback system. Therefore, very frequently we would ask the users about the learner experience. This would be beneficial for both the parties. We also provide a public resource library section where the user themselves can upload relative material, be it blogs, curated videos of their own experience with a certain issue. The public library will be separated from the material provided by us and will be available for other users only after getting approved and cross-checked. First-time users will have to mandatorily give the social quiz, but after that, they will have the option to directly go to the resource section. Privacy is always a concern for us. So for the user, in order to maintain privacy of the person, we are only asking the user for the mail so we can be formal and maintain the integrity of a program, which is for the user to just come in quick, attempt the quiz, learn what he or she has to learn more about the subject, and then just go. Basic question is, how are we going to implement this idea? We are going to implement this idea in two methods, to be precise. Building an app here, the interface of which we mentioned above in the previous slides, And second part would be the promotion of the idea. We would be making sure that the social media platforms and influencing people are promoting our work. How can you be sure this is going to have a positive impact on the society? These issues are rogue issues, they are taboo issues also. But in reality, all these issues affect and influence us directly or indirectly. Therefore, from our understanding, if we discuss these issues on a platform, then we would be giving a deep understanding of these issues to the people who are viewing our content. Our role in the society is to make sure we are spreading awareness among people regarding these issues. How will we ensure that the users are interacting positively with our initiative? Again, as we have mentioned in our previous slides, we'll be concentrating highly on a feedback system. For the second, collaborating with the social media pages or the social media influencers. In order to ensure our initiative does have a positive impact, collaborating with social media pages in here, we can constantly be in touch with old and new users and again, take any queries and feedback. On top of that, collaborating with influencers using their digital material and mass influencing power on our side and promotion of a platform from their side. What is our target audience here? First of all, our target audience are the ignorant people. Ignorant people here we mean that people who not only know the subject or have a deep understanding of the subject, but on top of that don't want to have an understanding of the subject. Second are people who have conflicted opinion. So in here our aim is to align the opinion of people in accordance to the most healthy solution to the problem. Third is people who like to learn new things and expand their understanding, which is very basic. Everybody wants to understand, and that is why they are the third portion of people. How are we going to reach the audience? Using a platform and using the power of social media, we are going to reach our target audience. Using the advertisement and promotion tools available on the internet too, that is how we are going to reach the audience in a modern game. How do we intend to expand to other markets given the project is successful? Given the project is successful, we can collaborate with HR departments of schools, colleges, offices, corporations, NGOs, everyone. Because, for example, HR department, especially for their employees, for training employees, they teach the employees various things before even entering the job. So in a similar fashion, we'll be licensing a product to HR departments as I mentioned, or the colleges or schools, so that they can also teach the employees or the students what are the correct manners or what are the good values that one should have. Last but not the least, how will you ensure the limit or the privacy of the user? There are two options that we are going to introduce. First is to log in via Gmail. Otherwise, we would be using a standard email login, sending an OTP that the user would type and input into the application. By this strategy, we are going to ensure the security or the information provided by the user is secure as always. That is the idea. Thank you.
Thank you, Team Untitled Project. Alright, so it was great to witness the curation of such fresh and inspiring ideas. We had around 75 teams. We shortlisted 25 teams, from which the top 5 teams are these. We can now move on to our much awaited awards. Before I do that, I would like to take a moment and let you know about our Telegram channel, DSC Outer Circle, where you can get updates on events and the upcoming recruitments. After a lot of thought and discussion, we decided about the winners. So here we go. The 4th and 5th place goes to Event Finders app and Yogify respectively. Congratulations, innovative coders and Nachiket K. You would be receiving DSE swags. Next, we have our 3rd place winners. Team Spinosa, congratulations. You have the prize money of Rs 2000. And now comes the most awaited moment of DSE Ideathon 2020. The first place goes to Team Untitled Project 1. Congratulations on winning a cash prize of Rs 6000. We have Team Remo bagging the second prize. Congratulations on winning a cash prize of Rs 4,000. I would also like to thank all the teams who have come up with such wonderful ideas. We really appreciate your efforts and loved to have you all here and brainstorm them. Our top 3 winners will be getting mentorship from our team. Congratulations to all of you again. Thanks for joining us on the live stream and participating. We have recruitments coming up, and if you wish to be a part of our team, which will help you learn and grow, then stay in touch with our social media handles. We will keep updating our social media platforms with dates and links about recruitments. I hope all of you had a great time, and we hope to see all of you